Hello and welcome to Coldwater, Michigan and Bish's RV, everybody. My name is Josh the RV Nerd, and I don't think I could have picked a better way to kick off the 2023 model year than with this Rockwood right here. This is the 2442 BS, but it's not the same one that you've seen. They have made some significant improvements, not just to Rockwood overall for the 23 season, but this floor plan specifically. They've rearranged the kitchen and the living room to give us more countertop space and more pantry space than it ever had before. They've rearranged the bedroom so that this floor plan is now king capable. Before it was a queen only. They've done some really significant things, and one of the things that I noticed when I was opening the slide, I peeked through the slide window, I noticed that they're now using double Asdel even up here into their bigger Rockwoods instead of only the tiny stuff like they used to. They just continue to drive forward, they continue to improve, but everything that you saw them do last year, like the factory standard solar package, like the holding tank heaters, the receiver hitch, the Goodyear tires, the TPMS, all of that is still there. They've just gotten better. Now, a quick little housekeeping note, the copy that we're looking at today is actually a pre-sold unit custom ordered by one of our clients right here. So it might be a little bit different from what we have in stock in general, but I think it's actually cool. You'll get to see something a little different from how you've always seen it in the past. Now, I would love to hear from you folks. Let me know what you think about the 2023 updates on this. Let me know what you think about the living room, the kitchen, the bedroom updates in here. Overall, I think that this is by and large categorically superior to what it was before, and that's saying a lot considering when this floor plan first debuted, I actually named it as a tie for my #1 new favorite fifth wheel in like the 2021 camping season. This thing is less than 30 feet. It has a full bed slide. It has carpetless slides now. They're just killing it with these. You're killing me, Smalls. All right, so if you've seen this floor plan before, then it's going to look familiar, but I feel improved. And if it's your first time seeing this one, buckle up and enjoy. This thing is a fun ride. They've done some very nice things in here, I think. And I think that this was already a fantastic floor plan. Again, 29 feet with a full bed slide is something that is not easy to pull off. So, I mean, not even 30 feet, but 28 feet 11 inches, 29 feet pretty realistically. Now, again, I do want to mention that the copy that we're looking at today was a client's personal custom order. These Rockwoods have been so popular. Unfortunately, that's the only way over the last 2 years a lot of people have been able to get a hold of one of these. So congratulations to these new folks. Kind of cool you're going to get your own video record of this RV. But there's going to be a few differences in it that you might see, you know, in stock at different stores. Like, for instance, this is the darker brown decor. There is a little bit lighter fabric pattern available for that sofa right there. And we're going to get to see that in like theater mode. Right now we've got it kind of in sofa love seat mode. The refrigerator over here is another thing for which you have some available options. Right now what we're looking at is the gas electric two-way, which is going to be a little more boondock friendly, especially considering the factory standard 190 watt roof solar package. And the fact that this RV has a factory 1,000 watt inverter, which is wired to multiple outlets in the RV that'll allow you to run some light duty use of household plugs in the RV. Now, you're not going to be able to run things like the air conditioner and the microwave with that. However, I have it on good authority at the time of this filming, and if you watch this 6 months from now, it's probably going to be old news, and you're like, why is he talking about that? The fact, though, is that Rockwood's power package, their expanded nearly 600 watt solar package with 3,000 watt inverter, is likely going to become available on their bigger models, which I think a lot of people are really going to be excited about. But I was talking about that refrigerator right there. The refrigerator, there's also, the standard actually, is a 12-volt DC compressor fridge that's a little bit larger, faster cooling, and completely travel safe, but it does use more juice. Now, I've had some clients tell me that the factory 190 watt roof solar has been enough to offset that refrigerator when boondocking. And I've had some clients tell me that their battery is dead within hours. I think it depends on the kind of sun coverage, where you're camping, what type of batteries you have, you know, what else you're using in the RV. I think there's a lot of differences that potentially go into this. So now that we've had kind of a quick 360 look, and one other quick mention here of different swaptions that you have, we're looking at the lighter wood tone package, which I really enjoy, but there is also a darker wood package available on these as well. Now, if you're looking at this wall, this is one of the major changes right here that they made compared to last year. This used to be, you see how there's a counter there and some drawers? That's all it was all the way across. Instead, what they've done now is they've occupied a little bit of that countertop space, but what they've given us is a big double door pantry. So let's start opening everything in this RV. And so I don't miss anything, let's actually start right down there and just start cracking everything open. Now, you notice where there's some easy reach power outlets just above those drawers that I just opened that I think are going to be a fantastic addition for some folks. It makes an awesome little like coffee bar, breakfast bar, or not breakfast bar, you know what I mean, a little appliance corner, whatever, phone charging station. Now, the cabinetry in this is all pocket screwed. You may notice also as we go through here, there is a larger 22-inch oven in this thing as compared to what some people often refer to as the 16-inch Easy Bake Oven. The way that I joke about it is if you hit a quail or if you hit a pheasant instead of a pigeon on the way to your campsite, you have a big enough oven to actually cook it. Now, the countertops are solid surface. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. You see how they've also expanded the kitchen counter. Instead of having a pantry right next to the fridge, they moved the fridge over so that kitchen counter got like a foot bigger. They were able to move the sink. They were able, you see that farm sink with the double roll-away dish drying racks right there. They were able to do some just absolutely awesome things because as if this didn't already have enough counter space, they expanded it further. And I think that rear corner over there is a perfect little appliance coffee bar station. But I also like how they did give us a little bit of space on either side of that sink. It's not wedged up all the way against the refrigerator wall. And I think Rockwood is really paying attention on this one because a lot of people ask, why is there always a stove dead against the side of the fridge? Well, now we've got a little bit more of a kind of a symmetrical stove situation. But if you have long-handled pots and pans, they can hang off the left or right side. If you're a lefty, if you're a righty, you can set hot pads on either side of this thing. For a tiny fifth wheel, as far as fifth wheels go, 29 feet is tiny. This is just one of the best kitchens I've ever seen. And then you don't have to worry about grease splatter right against the side of your refrigerator since almost no manufacturers give us those nice grease guard side splashes. Now, do they? By the way, the fridge that we're looking at here, the optional fridge, is an 8.3 cubic foot gas electric two-way. Now, that's not a convection microwave oven, but it is sized like one. And one of the other things that I like about this is you can actually fit, that's like a residential size microwave, basically. You can fit real big dinner plates in that. Now, I want to put you back in the driver's seat. When I was doing that quick flyby footage, you saw me sitting on these stools in front of that TV. I wanted to be able to demonstrate how if a person is sitting there, if they are or are not blocking the entertainment center. And I'd be kind of curious to know what you think about that. Do you think it qualifies as a good entertainment? Do you think that's a failure? And what do you think about the elevated dining bar right here? Because if you notice, this RV doesn't have a traditional booth or dinette or freestanding table. This is really, especially with the theater seat, a pure true couples model. So this is going to be the spot where you're going to sit down and read your newspaper, have your bacon and eggs. And I want to move slow so I don't make you motion sick, but you can see there is a set of household outlets over there. So if you wanted to maybe use this like a little laptop work camping station, I could see that getting the job done for you. And now Rockwood's been doing this. This isn't new for Rockwood, but did you notice how they're still including that full shade in the entry door? That's what I mean. They've only enhanced and added to this. They have not taken anything away. Now, stepping upstairs here into the bathroom, I'm just so impressed with what they were able to accomplish in such a small total length. This has a big fifth wheel bedroom. It has a big fifth wheel bathroom. Yet they managed to condense the living and the kitchen down in a way that, I mean, I think it doesn't suck. That's my 2 cents. I'd kind of be curious to know what you folks think about it. And I'm kind of just doing an up, down, and around view of everything here so you get an idea of how the bathroom's all laid out. But as long as I'm looking over here, at first glance, it feels tight on the right side on the porcelain foot flush toilet there. But when you slide that door, shut, you have plenty of room. But what's interesting is they also gave us a holdback for when the door is slid shut, which I've never seen somebody do on a sliding door before. And then, getting in here, getting all up in this one's business, right up top here, you see that we have that big XL vent fan, perfect for the Taco Tuesday, fumigation wars. But looking around here, every little pocket, they added something. They had a little space in the corner. They said, let's put a tiny cabinet in there. Let's do something with it. You know, they've got what I call the Lipitor Storage Galorge medicine cabinet over here, and I like the open side pockets behind it. There's even, I think, a perfect place for some extra, say, toilet paper or something down there below that big adult-sized stainless sink, which is inset, by the way, into a sealed edge countertop. We have solid surface in the kitchen. We have sealed edge over here. And somebody give me some feedback. Any actual owners? Any problems with that kind of faucet? I feel like it's easy to get your hands under there. Do you bonk your head on it if you're trying to wash your face? I don't know. I don't know. Now, the shower over here, big shower, nice large size, and you've got that seat there where you can actually sit down to do your business. But what is fantastic in this is you have excellent headroom in the upper deck of this one. I don't feel cramped. Now, for a couple reasons. One, it's nice and tall. Two, it's a vaulted ceiling, which opens up some great room. And you see also, it has that AquaView shower miser system right there, which if you are boondocking, make sure that you don't waste your fresh water from your holding tank into the gray water, waiting for the shower water to heat up. Now, moving forward into the bedroom here, you might notice how the lower deck was all carpetless. You do see in the very front there is a little carpeted hump. That's basically for the gooseneck structure of the RV. And that was, I'm going to estimate, since it's a very low walkable space, it's not going to be like a daytime walkable space. They probably still went with carpet for ease of production reasons, but I guess I can give them a pass on that one. Notice too, they're still very good about putting outlets all over the place. And again, a lot of the outlets in this RV are run to the factory standard 1000-watt inverter so that you can get some off-grid function. Now, this TV faces straight toward the bed. I don't know that it necessarily needs to pivot, but you might notice it does pivot. What's also cool is that is an easy, quick release bracket. This RV, we're going to see, has an outside TV bracket and hookup. Your bedroom TV is intended to be able to float inside or outside as you want it to, or you could always get a third screen and have like triple zone entertainment, brother. Headroom in here is not too bad. Actually, hold on, give me a second. Let me show you. Because I'm standing back here in this Rockwood. I'm all sweaty, getting all hot and bothered by these Rockwoods. But notice, I didn't have to duck walking in that bedroom, nor do I have to duck up here. Or if I get all the way to the front of the RV, my little balding peach fuzz, looks like I got a bright idea, doesn't it? My little balding peach fuzz at the very front is just starting to brush the ceiling panel. But my thought is, when you're at the very front of this RV, you're probably reaching in, you're sort of ducking down to get into the closet, or you're walking around to get climbed down into bed. So I think this really qualifies as, frankly, pretty fluffy friendly. For a small fifth wheel at this kind of comfort personal space, it's just awesome. And they've revised their front storage on this one. We're going to get that opened up in just a second. First of all, I do want to point out the fact that we are looking at the optional second air conditioner up here. I'd be kind of curious, you know, 28 foot 11-inch fifth wheel. Does it need a second air? And when you answer that, tell me where you live so that I have an idea. Because like if it was 30 foot with a bed slide, I think kind of no question you want to throw a second air on that, generally speaking, with very few exceptions. But this is less than 30 feet. Do you still want that second air? Be kind of curious. Now, looking over here, again, if you notice, there's new expanded space on either side of that bed slide right there. And what they've done is they were able to include, like, this is the same slide Rockwood's used in other models, but you've got these little mini phone side stands. I'm not going to call them CPAPs. That'd be an insult, obviously. But those outlets are some of those inverter prepped outlets. So if you did want to put like a little stand over here, you know, you could maybe run, you know, a fan or a machine or something like that. And actually, I realized the mattress is kind of shifted. It's not really centered in the bed slide right now, just to give you an idea. And because of this, there is now a king bed option. Those cross breeze windows, by the way, they all the bedroom windows actually have the same blackout roller shades as everything else. But take a look at this. Look under the bed. Not only is there good storage right there, but also you may notice it's an all welded aluminum cage. Anything Rockwood builds that is load-bearing or structural, like if they build a booth dinette, if they build a bed base, if it's going to hold the weight of a person or more, they build it with an aluminum welded cage. And there just aren't a lot of brands that do stuff like that, you know? Now, one of the things that I'm trying to verify, since they revised this front closet space right here, is there hidden, or are there rather hidden, washer-dryer hookups inside of that front closet that I can't see with the naked eye? I will try to remember to put an update on screen to fill you in on that. If I forget, leave me a little comment and I'll do my best to try to circle back, catch them all up, and let you know. All right, taking a look here now in travel and road mode. Whether you got the king or the queen bed, you can get in and out of that bedroom just fine. And they actually do something very similar to what Montana does with that little magnet hold back on that door. And that's actually very effective. I've not seen a Rockwood or a Montana come into our dealership off a factory truck where the bedroom door was jiggle banging around all over the place. It gets the job done well. Now, as you saw, since the hallway is over here on the door side, getting in and out of that's not a problem. The one major traveling hiccup on this one is going to be the fact that the refrigerator is unfortunately just flat buried behind the slide. And since it is now all the way against the wall, to access that in transit, you are going to have to fully open the slide to get to it. And I get that that's a bummer for some folks, but I hope you appreciate that I took the time and effort to actually close this up and showcase something that maybe isn't even awesome or good or complimentary, but fair, so that before you go spending a lot of hard-earned money, you know exactly what you're getting into here. That's my goal with these videos. Now, one of the major questions as we step outside, I think, is going to be, is it half-ton towable? And there's kind of a long and involved answer on that. It's not just yes or no. So I'm going to kind of save that for the end of this before we wrap things up. If you're curious, we're going to cover that topic in just a minute. And I gotta tell you, I love the crazy weather in Michigan. You would never know 5 minutes ago it was raining and thundering here like you wouldn't believe. And now it's just beautiful sunshine and blue skies. It's just crazy wild like that. Now, we are looking at an optional white exterior kind of color palette here with this sort of graphite accents. The standard on this is going to be like a tan on like chocolate kind of brown, something like that, which still looks good. And if you've ever had a chance to see both of them, I'd really be curious to know which one you like a little bit better. But I wanted to start right up front up top there because, again, we are 28 feet 11 inches. For the sake of argument, we're 29 feet long. And we have a full bed slide. Now, queen or king capable. That to me is just absolutely outstanding. There's a very small number of RVs that have a fifth wheel with a full bed, not even fifth wheel, travel trailer, fifth wheel motorhome. Not a lot of things have a full bedroom slide like that under 30 foot long. That is a special kind of quality right there. Now, you may have noticed that front storage cavity just behind that turning point hitch. In its default format right now, it's a fixed, straightforward hitch. But if you have a short bed pickup, that hitch can be basically engaged to pivot so that the cab of the trailer and the cap of the trailer and the cab of the truck don't play bumper cars, because no matter who wins, you're going to lose. Now, look what they did with that awning. They gave us all the awning space they possibly could. Starts at the rear wall, goes all the way up to the front gooseneck area, has awesome coverage. I can walk under that awning arm, by the way. And here's a quick look at it in the out position, just to give you an idea of some of the space that you have available there. Now, notice, too, that it completely covers the entry door. So if it is a rainy day like it was earlier and you want to step in and out on the patio, if you want to hop out here to your griddle station, which comes included with this RV, you can do so without getting rain spritzed in the face like crazy. Thankfully, I got that box tucked away just in time before the rain hit it. I didn't get quite so lucky with the plastic stuff, but I didn't think the rain was going to hurt that. Right above that, we've got outside TV hookups below some speakers, which, I mean, if I'm just going to be stupid nitpicky, I talk about it every now and then. The speakers are a little high for my preference, but like that's the worst that I can say about this. The entry door is the Miss Piggy Hi-ya! Anti-slam door that you can karate chop or Judy chop or ninja chop, whatever your preference is in your individual chop house, as it were. These are also the zero gravity stable steps, the ones that kind of hold themselves up like magic. And down below that, you have the Goodyear Endurance radials right there, complete with factory TPMS, which is kind of cool. Now, taking a look over here, if I pop that baggage door open, you see how they've also revised it so it has an even larger front storage compartment, which I think is fantastic. Well, maybe not front, but pass-through belly storage compartment. And on the opposite side, that's where you see things like the water filter, the 1,000-watt inverter to run multiple outlets through the RV are over there, and an enclosed privatized, protected docking center on this one. Now down below in the belly, it is enclosed. There's also radiant barrier layering going all the way through the belly. The RV has 12-volt tank heaters, standard. Rockwood's been doing that way before it was cool. That's something that Rockwood and Flagstaff, or Rockstaff as I sometimes call them, have been doing for a long, long time. This probably would have been a better angle to show you that awning footage. You know what? Let's do it again, just so we can see an A/B comparison. So, you know, kind of a little before and after there. And again, you got the LED lighting down below it. Now notice you've got a ladder to get us up to the roof, giving you a peek up there. You'll notice some things like the MaxxAir roof vent cover over the bathroom vent fan. Now, what's really cool with Rockstaff, anytime you get a ceiling vent fan, you never get the 4-inch fart fan. You always get the full XL, like fantastic style fan, and it always has that roof vent cover for the rainy day airflow on it, which is beneficial because this RV was hot inside earlier and I turned on that bathroom vent and it occurs to me I never bothered closing it. So I'm glad that vent was up there considering it just rained like crazy. I must have cashed in some sweet karma points on that one. Now behind us over here, we've got ourselves that bumper and a 300-pound rated accessory hitch, which, you know, it's nice that they're giving us the hitch and the bumper instead of the hitch or the bumper. In case you're curious, that right there is where your spare tire is located on these. But it is also nice that it's a full Goodyear radial, and I realized something. Back here on the back of this one, under the refrigerator, you actually do have a full hot, cold outside utility shower. When we were looking at that quick footage inside the baggage compartment earlier, you might have seen that blue, like coiled, you know, garden sprayer style hose. That can hook up there. It can hook up in the docking center. It can hook up in a couple different areas to give you all sorts of function on this thing. And again, one of the major updates, because so far you haven't seen a lot of new on the outside of this. One of the major updates, I think, on this for the 23 season is something that you can't see. And that is that adoption of double ASDEL into these bigger floor plans. Previously, they did it only in their smaller stuff. Rockwood expressed concerns saying, we're not sure if it will hold up and be quite as strong on our bigger units as compared to Luan lamination. Well, they've been slowly testing it. It started off in GeoPro, then it went to RU, and then Mini Lite. And obviously they're finding they are doing it in a way that is successful, structural, holding up. So what you have here is something that just is better than ever and more peace of mind than we ever had before. All right, so back to the idea of, is it half-ton towable? My answer to that is probably not. It is theoretically possible for a half-ton to potentially be built to be able to handle this, but most are not. Probably less, I bet less than 10% of half-ton trucks could handle this, probably closer to maybe 5. And here's why. You're going, what are you talking about? My half-ton is rated for like 13,000 pounds of towing. This thing's only 30 foot long. I could tow this all day. You can pull it, but you can't haul it. You can't carry it effectively. And if you don't know the difference, what I'm saying is the hitch weight of this RV compared to the payload rating on your half-ton is probably going to put you in the red. Because of that nice bed slide that we love on this thing, there's more weight on the front of this than your half-ton should probably be handling. And I don't personally feel like airbags are the magic solution. That was the default, go, hey, just throw airbags on your half-ton, now it's a 3/4. No, it's not. Because your truck's wheel bearings, drivetrain, brakes are still not rated to handle that extra weight that's pushing down on them. Now that bums me out to say, because that means that I just disqualified this from pretty much the most common, most popular pickup out there, which really limits the number of people that we could sell this to. And I hope you appreciate the fact that I'm willing to do that with your safety in mind. Now, if you don't know what your truck can handle, if you're not sure, call our team. We can hit up the tow guides, we can help you verify all that. But know that we want to put your safety before the sale. Now, quick note for you. I think I mentioned it inside. I can't remember. Anyway, if you like what you see here, but you're like, I don't like that elevated bar, I want just a dinette, check the link that I'm going to leave you in the video description to this one's sister, the 2445, which I actually think is the single best traveling fifth wheel I've ever seen. Again, it's the same length as this. It's basically 29 feet on the nose, but it has a refrigerator that you can access in transit, and it has a dedicated dinette and sofa instead of like the sofa and the elevated bar combo jabo thing, technical term, obviously. I'll leave you a link in the video description to check for pricing and availability in this or its Flagstaff sister. There are 2 names and 2 model numbers, but literally 2 names for the exact same RV. And short of that, let me know what you think about this thing, and let me know if there's anything I can ever do better for you. I try my best. Till next time, take care, stay safe, have fun, keep on rocking, everyone.